Good Tuesday morning, and thanks for logging on to tdsweather.com. I'm meteorologist Joseph Cooper with your regional forecast for today. Out there this morning, we have rain showers that are ongoing mainly out into Ohio here. I'll zoom in just a little bit closer for you, and you can see some showers out there east of Columbus, back up into Cleveland, and then also a few showers back out into eastern portions of Michigan. And this upper level low that's in place continues to spin across the area and move on in, so we're going to keep showers in the forecast today. Especially out across more eastern portions of the region. Temperatures out there this morning are ranging from the lower to middle 60s for most of us. A few places out into Indiana and Illinois into the upper 50s. So as we head into the next few hours here this morning, let me switch over to this. Here we are. As we start to work on into the next few hours, on into 8, 9 o'clock, we're going to continue to see some of these rain showers out there across portions of eastern, especially eastern Ohio, and back up into more interior portions or central portions of Michigan. You can see a few isolated showers in eastern Indiana and out into western Ohio as well by 9 a.m. We continue through 10, 11 o'clock on into noon, just seeing some of these showers continuing as we work through the morning into the very early portions of the afternoon. But as we see some daytime heating here towards 1, 2, 3 o'clock, you can really start to see scattered showers and some thunderstorms developing, especially across Indiana and back out across Ohio. You start to see more isolated into widely scattered showers and thunderstorms out into portions of southern Michigan, out closer to Detroit and Lansing. Not too much at this point going on into Illinois, just an isolated thunderstorm chance by the early afternoon hours. As you continue into 4, 5, 6 o'clock, you can see showers and thunderstorms continuing to kind of increase across Indiana. We're continuing to see scattered showers and thunderstorms across much of Ohio here. Still some isolated, widely scattered showers out into southern Michigan and out into Illinois, just a few isolated thunderstorms as well. It looks like really this afternoon, a lot of that activity in Illinois tends to stay south of I-80. We continue on into 7, 8, 9 o'clock, still seeing quite a bit of coverage, scattered coverage here across Indiana out into Ohio, thanks to that upper level low that's ongoing. And as we continue on into 9 and 10 o'clock here, we should start to see a lot of this activity starting to fizzle out here as we go on into like 10, 11 o'clock midnight time frame, and what we'll be left with are just a few isolated showers as we head through the overnight into 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, mainly out across Indiana, out into Ohio and western portions of Michigan, while the rest of us tend to be pretty dry overnight tonight into Wednesday morning. As we head through 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock on into noon tomorrow, you can see some of these showers lingering across central Indiana and southwestern Ohio. The rest of us are dry tomorrow morning. As we get into 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we start to see some additional isolated, widely scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms developing out across southern Michigan, northern Indiana, out into Ohio, while Illinois and central and southern Indiana are pretty quiet tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. We continue tomorrow night into Thursday morning. A warm front will start to lift north into the forecast area towards midnight tomorrow night. You can see some of those showers out into Illinois that are associated with that warm front. And as you continue on into Thursday morning by 6, 7, 8 o'clock, maybe a few showers along that warm front stretching across far northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, and out into portions of Michigan. But as this warm front lifts northward on Thursday morning into noon, drier weather settles in here. We'll see a very warm day of weather on Thursday, perhaps the warmest day of the year. We'll kind of see how that pans out. Nonetheless, we'll see a very mild day. And then into Thursday afternoon, we'll be watching this cold front that's going to swing on through here. This is by 5 p.m. Notice how there's not too much going on into 5 o'clock, but as we continue towards like 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we do see some thunderstorms up here into Michigan and perhaps some isolated thunderstorms back down into Indiana and Illinois. The conditions across the region are certainly pretty favorable for severe weather as we work through Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. A lot of wind shear, very strong instability. However, there is going to be a cap on the environment. There's going to be a warm layer of air aloft, which will basically prevent a lot of thunderstorms from forming. Not only that, but the cold front, overall, there's not a lot of forcing along the front because of how the winds are oriented. So, any thunderstorms that would develop Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening would certainly be capable of all hazards, damaging winds, large hail tornadoes, and maybe even a couple of strong tornadoes. But the question is going to be, will there really even be much in the way of thunderstorm activity? That's something that we'll continue to watch. But right now, it looks like just some isolated thunderstorms potentially along that cold front Thursday evening into Thursday night. And then by Friday morning, that's on out of here. We may still see some showers on the backside of the low here on Friday, but overall, it looks like we'll see a little bit drier of a day. Rainfall amounts, this is on through Thursday evening. You can certainly see that Indiana, Ohio, southern portions of Michigan will be on kind of the highest receiving end of the rainfall, where 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain are expected. With that being said, there might be some places that do see 2 to 3 inches of rainfall locally over the next few days with some of these thunderstorms that are moving on through. Highs today, they're going to be into the upper 60s to low 70s out across portions of Ohio into Michigan, but the rest of us, middle to upper 70s to low 80s for Indiana out into Illinois. And then as we work on into the overnight hours tonight, we'll see temperatures back down into the upper 50s to low 60s. Highs tomorrow, again, will be generally into the 70s, especially middle to upper 70s across the region. Some lower 70s out into the Detroit area back down towards Cleveland. Then you can notice some 80s back out to the west. And then as you start to work on into tomorrow night, heading into Thursday, again, a lot of us into the upper 50s to mid 60s across the region. And then as we head into Thursday, you can see that warm air out there, widespread middle to upper 80s to low 90s across western Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and into the low to middle 80s back out across portions of Ohio and Michigan. And then as we continue into Friday, still a very warm day, low to mid 80s out there, and then cooler for the weekend as we drop back down into the 70s to right around 80 degrees for Saturday. And then on into Sunday, we'll see temperatures dropping into the middle to upper 60s across more of the Great Lakes. The southern Great Lakes into the Ohio Valley will be into the low to mid 70s, warming into the 80s back down towards places closer to St. Louis and Springfield, Illinois. That's all I have for you here this morning. Everybody, thanks for logging on. Have a great day.